Howdy everybody, Michael Mass here, and welcome to another edition of Michael Mass Eats, where for the last several weeks I've been eating my way around Orlando and trying to find the best pizza in Orlando, the best pizza. Like, what is the best pizza in Orlando? If you have a recommendation for me, please let me know down in the comments, and if yours does not show up in this video, definitely let me know so that maybe in the future I can find several more and maybe compare them to these 6 spots. But first, let me tell you how I came to the conclusion of where I was going to try during this video. I went down several lists. I went down Yelp, I went down TripAdvisor, I also went through several of articles from USA Today and several things like that, and kind of just took the common restaurants that were mentioned over and over and over again and took those and said, okay, let's kind of rule out those that are definitely more chain restaurants, more of the mainstream. Let's go after those that are definitely going to be more specific to Orlando, if not just Florida. And that's how I found these 6 restaurants to go check out the pizza at. So what was the criteria that I was going to use here? I had to come up with that. I was going to go off of taste. I was going to go off of the crust. I was going to go off of the value of the pizza. I was also going to go off the greasiness of the pizza. And last but not least, the randomosities. Like just the things that are maybe not unique at every spot, but unique at that one spot. And the randomosities didn't count against you if you didn't have them. But guess what? They definitely could help you if you did. So let's get to talking about the pizza places in Orlando. I do want to say that there is no particular order on this list. This is not 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is not my favorite to least favorite or least favorite to favorite. This is just my journey through it all. I will tell you that number 1, the last one, will actually be the best pizza, or what I deem to be the best pizza in Orlando. So without any further ado, let's start talking pizza. Let's talk about Pizza Del Deo. Pizza Del Deo fell on a ton of lists here, a ton of lists. Probably every list I looked at, it was on there. But what did I think of Pizza Del Deo? Well, I'll tell you this, I thought it was just good. I definitely thought it was a good slice of pizza, a couple of good slices of pizza, and that's one of the good things about it, is that you can get it by the slice, and there's plenty of value here. It was $6 for 2 slices. I kind of deem that good value for really good pizza. Now, where did it fall short? Well, it was probably the greasiest pizza that I had in this whole journey. Well, the greasiest pizza I had on the whole journey. But where does it, like, just kill it and knock it out of the park? The crust. Also, once again, might be one of the best crust I had on the whole journey. So, if you can offset the grease and like the crust, guess what? That probably will work for you. For me, I just thought it was good. I didn't think it was great. Obviously, it was better than chain pizza, but I didn't think it really kind of matched up to almost any of the other pizzas here on this list. So, let's talk about the rankings there. It got 3.5 on the taste. It got 4.5 on that crust, but it got a 1 on the grease factor. Very low number on that grease factor. The value, once again, back up there. Actually, this is probably the most value you're gonna get for pizza, as I gave it a 5 for value. And the randomosities, well, there really wasn't anything that helped or hurt Pizza Del Deo when it came to that. So what would I give Pizza Del Deo if I was gonna do a Michael Mass Eats review over the place? It's gonna be a 3-star for me. It was good pizza. It wasn't great. It doesn't hit that recommended to great list. It's not a must-stop by any means, but it was definitely some good pizza. And if you're in the area, probably better than most you can get around you. Next up, we're gonna talk about NYPD Pizza. And this is the closest thing to a chain that we're gonna have on this list today, as they are a small chain, mostly based in Florida from all of the research that I found. But guess what? They were probably the most average of the pizzas I tried on this list. Out of the 6 places, easily the most average. I thought the taste was a 3, like pretty much average. I thought the crust was, once again, average at a 3. This also was one of the more greasier places that I went to, as it definitely scored a 1 on that grease, which is the worst you can get unless you go to a 0.5. But a 1 on the grease. I will tell you where this succeeded. There was some value there. There was definitely some value in the slice that I got as well. So I give the value a 4. And last but not least, the randomosities, which really don't have to do with the pizza here. So take it for what it is. I would say the randomosities are a 4, and that's because you can get all of this random stuff. You can get cheesecake at an NYPD that's shipped in from New York City, or you can just, there's so much stuff that's just unique about NYPD Pizza, but it's not the pizza. The pizza literally just average. So With that said, I'm gonna give NYPD Pizza 2.5. It's just literally average pizza. It didn't really kill it for me, and I'm not sure how it makes all those other lists of greatest pizzas in Orlando. Next up, we are gonna talk about a place that is loved by most, liked by many, and definitely belongs on this list, and that is going to be Lazy Moon Pizza. And if you're an Instagram person, you have definitely seen Lazy Moon Pizza if you follow anything in Orlando. It is definitely one of the biggest, if not the biggest slice in Orlando. But is the pizza any good? I will tell you yes. Definitely yes on this one. I'll tell you what, I really like the crust on this. Obviously the randomness of the size and everything makes it foldable, but the crust was crispy, flaky, like exactly what I want my pizza crust to be. Next up, the greasiness was not there. It was almost non-existent. It was one of the least greasy pepperoni pizzas that I've like ever had. And if you didn't already know and you haven't already been able to tell, we kind of stuck with pepperoni pizza on this for the ability to judge across the board evenly. What do I think of Lazy Moon? I'm gonna tell you the taste here was a 3 for me. So the taste maybe wasn't fully there, but everything else kind of lacked up for it. The crust was a 4. The lack of grease was a 5. I'm telling you, you can't get less grease on a pizza than the slice I had on that given day. Next up, the value. This was really good value. One huge slice of pizza, really cheap. Really just, it will feed you, and it might even feed 2 people depending on how much you eat. And then of course this place does have the randomosity, the randomness of the uniqueness of the huge slice. The huge slice, take the kids out, everybody gets a slice, and they're huge, huge. Did I say huge? They're definitely huge. What would I have given it if I'd given it a solo review? And that's gonna be 3 3/4 stars. 3 3/4, almost a 4-star. Like I said, the taste, if the taste was just a little bit better for me, I'd probably go there. And who knows, the rest of those slices probably could rock it and get there. But wow, I definitely would recommend this as a good to great pizza in the Orlando area. Next up on this list is Brick and Fire Pizza. I will tell you, out of all the places on this list, this is the only place that I had been to previously. So going into this, I had high expectations, and well, they weren't really met this time, and I'll kind of go over everything and tell you why. First off, toppings here, ridiculous. So many toppings, so much, and as well, the price of a pie that was bigger than most pies that I had just was there. Those 2 things it definitely has going for it. But I'll tell you what, the sauce kind of non-distinct. The crust really just didn't grab me at all. And the greasiness, well, it was pretty much a non-factor here. But for the overall, the taste didn't grab me like it did the first time. The taste was just in the middle there. So, Brick and Fire Pizza, yes, this is a really good pizza spot. Don't get me wrong. One of the better ones in Orlando, but when you have to compare it to all of the best, where does it add up? Let me tell you about the details. So I gave the taste at Brick and Fire a 3.5. I gave that crust a 1.5. The grease gets a 2.5. And what was next? The value got a 3.5, so it just slowly climbed back into it. And last but not least, when it comes to the randomosities and the awesome things about this is those toppings. The toppings here were 5-star, and this is what's gonna make them compete with everybody else really, is these toppings. I'm gonna give Brick and Fire a 3 3/4 stars, almost a 4-star. I definitely almost like put it where it's my recommended, but it's definitely good to better, good to great, right in that little area. So definitely check out Brick and Fire. Now let's go to what happens to be my top 2 pizzas in all of Orlando. So let's talk about the Wine Bar. Now I'll tell you what, the Wine Bar's pizza, the taste was off the charts. Really, really good. High quality ingredients here. And this was the only pizza that was kind of allowed to skate because they don't sell a pepperoni pizza at the Wine Barn. So I had to get the Double Diablo. This has chorizo and just a lot of goodness on this pizza, a lot of quality ingredients, but we'll definitely keep that in mind because everybody else, well, they got to serve me a pepperoni pizza. Now, what did I think of it? The taste was amazing. Now, like I said, maybe this was because it wasn't a pepperoni, but who knows, but definitely the taste was there. The taste was top notch. The crust was really good. The sauce, the greasiness was right in the middle, probably a 2.5 to 3. So a little worse than average, but still pretty good across the board on the greasiness. And the randomosities, well, I'll tell you what, the randomosities are gonna come with the quality ingredients here at the Wine Barn. definitely quality ingredients. So what did I think overall, and what were the numbers when it comes to the wine bar? The taste was 4.5. The crust was a 4. The greasiness was a 3. The value here is going to be a 3, as it wasn't like the best value, but it wasn't the worst. It was kind of middle in that average list. And last but not least, the randomosities are going to be the quality ingredients they have here. And I'm going to give them, well, I'm going to give them a 4 on that, because there's no pepperoni. I understand why there's not, but there was no pepperoni, and it's hard to judge apples to apples in that case. So we are going to head to my favorite, what I thought was the best pizza in all of Orlando. That's a pretty bad drum roll. Anybody else get a drum roll? I apparently can't do a drum roll, but we're gonna talk about Pizza Bruno. Pizza Bruno, wow, this was really good pizza. This was quality pizza across the board. Let's talk about it. Now, Pizza Bruno might not be so much of just a pizza place as it is an Italian eatery that serves really, really great pizza. Now, just like the previous place, the Wine Barn, they technically don't have a pepperoni pizza on the menu, but they do sell it as an additional topping. So I ordered their original, threw the pepperoni on there, and wow, I definitely was not disappointed in this pizza. About the only thing that I would change about Pizza Bruno was the value. It was a $17 pizza that was kind of a small pizza. It wasn't a large pizza, but I think you're getting the quality for it. You're definitely getting a lot for that 17, but it's just not really a value. If it was me and a family of like 4, I mean, you're looking at spending $40 on pizza, so the value, not there, but the quality, I'm telling you, definitely there, top notch across the board. So let's run down the rankings here at Pizza Bruno. I'm gonna give the pizza a 5. Literally, the taste was amazing, period. 5 stars when it comes to that. We're gonna go with the crust being a 4.5. Like literally, I don't know, this probably should be a 5 too, because I don't know if you can do better crust. I thoroughly enjoyed the crust. It was just like literally everything you would want in a pizza crust. Next up, we're gonna talk about the grease factor. Now this was a little bit worse than average, but I'm not gonna complain. A pepperoni pizza that tastes this good, I'm just gonna go ahead and eat it. And I will say the grease factor was a little bit higher at a 3, but the pepperonis here were legit. Definitely legit on the toppings there. Last but not least, that value factor. Here's where Pizza Bruno takes like off the value wasn't there at all. It was a 1 on the value factor. It's a really expensive pizza, but it's a quality pizza. So that's when we go to the randomosities. We're gonna go with the toppings. And just, I don't know, like I said, just like the love put into it, seems really good here. I'm gonna go with randomosities, really nothing to speak of. Maybe the toppings. We're gonna go with a 3.5 on that. So what is the overall thought? What is the overall ranking for Pizza Bruno? I am gonna give this place a 4 3/4 stars. Literally one of the best pizzas, definitely the best pizza on this list to me. I didn't have better. One of the best pizzas I've ever had, but probably, I don't know, probably not the best pizza, but I really, really did enjoy it. 4 3/4 stars, that's almost perfect. That's almost 5 stars. Really great pizza at Pizza Bruno. So, did your favorite place in Orlando make the list? Please let me know down below. Hey, it was this place or this place. Hey, why didn't you get to my favorite place? You didn't even talk about my favorite place. You gotta go try this place. Also, let me know down below, because here in about 6 months, I'm gonna try to make a reprise of this video and find only places that are recommended by you. I'm gonna go out there, search some more, and see how they stack up against the best of the best in this video. So definitely let me know down in the comments if you agree with some of these, or if you have one that you're like, you gotta go try this. I definitely don't want to miss out, don't want to skip anybody on that list. These places really are like shunned lists. All of them were either average to great. Probably if I had to run down like my 6 in order, I would go NYPD at 6, I would go Pizza Del Deo at 5, I would go with Half Moon being at number 4, Brick and Fire would be 3, the Wine Barn would be 2, and last but not least, and definitely not least, is Pizza Bruno at literally the best pizza in Orlando. If there's better, I haven't had it yet, and I'll definitely need to go try. Well, guess what, guys? That is gonna be a journey. That's gonna be a journey around Orlando for the best pizza in Orlando. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know your opinions down below, whether you liked some of the pizza, whether you love some of the pizza, where you just like, I can't believe that made the list. Really, that place made the list? Let me know down below all of that good info. As well, if you liked this video, make sure to hit that like button. If this is your first time here, well, thank you for coming along, and I invite you to come along more often, so hit that subscribe button. Until next time, guys, thank you for your time. Here's to life.